self-serving, persuasive talkers
of everything and nothing.
We are Conversation Con Artists. What's going on, people? It's your boy, Mr. On Point.
And I am Calamity Red.
And we are Conversation Con Artists, back for another episode.
I don't have a song this week. I was just going to say fuck Miley Cyrus because I couldn't think of any song.
Yeah, Miley Cyrus ain't shit. Yep. But what I need y'all to do is go to www.conversationconartists.com. Check out our current episode that's connected to our stories that we talking about. Our old episodes on there as well. And you can also scroll over to the left, hover over the mail icon, and leave us some feedback, some input, or subscribe to our newsletter. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Mr. MISTER_on-point.
And I could be found at Red_Calamity. Also, we are still doing the listen letter portion of the show. So if you have a question you would like for us to answer on the show, you can send it in through the website, or you can send it to our Gmail account, which is conversationconartists with an S at gmail.com. Before I get into the question for this week, let me tell y'all a little story. So I do not do home visits in my job, but I agreed to go on a home visit with a coworker because it was kind of sketchy and she didn't want to go by herself, and I understood. I was like, okay, y'all go. So we go to this house that is very obviously an abandoned house. We get up to the door, and the door is like ajar, but not all the way. Like, you know how in the South, when the humidity gets to like a wood door, the wood swells so it won't close all the way. Mm-hmm. It was like that. So the door was not closed. The peephole the glass part had been poked out, so there basically was just a hole in the door. Look through the peephole, and there's like random pictures of kids taped on the wall. There's like little Hot Wheels toy cars still in the packaging, like lined up on the can. Like, it's some creepy shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just the whole thing was weird. So my coworker was like, okay, well, I'm just gonna push the door open. And I was like, no, you're not. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go back and get in the car. She was like, but the door is open. I don't give a shit. We're not going in there, because guess what? It's pushed up, and we don't know what the fuck is in there. But from what I can see, I don't need to be in there. So we're going to leave. If you're concerned, you know, we can call the police, do a welfare check or whatever on the house. We're not going in there, though. And she thought that I was crazy. But I'm not crazy. I'm just black. Which leads me into...
Like, I ain't a police officer. I ain't got no pistol. No. I don't have a bulletproof vest.
This shit is creepy as fuck. This is the beginning of
there's people made to do that shit.
Exactly, and we ain't it. I'm not going in there. You can die today if you want to. I'm not going to. And not to be racist, she happened to be white. I don't know if there's
white people like the cats.
To that. They're like cats.
They like curiosity kill the white people.
I'm not fucking going in there. So she was like looking at me like I was crazy, but she agreed to leave. So what else was in there, I will never know. And I'm okay with that because I'm alive. I don't give a fuck. So the question for this week is, what are some scary movie survival rules that we would follow if we were in a scary movie?
I'm going to go on and start this off right now by saying we all grown. And if you're not grown, probably shouldn't be listening to this.
Hell no.
But that's your mama fault. So keep listening. I think that everybody knows that in comedy, everywhere, we always talk about white people in horror movies and black people in horror movies.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to be talking some shit about how white people in movies portray to these, or react to these things. Yes. So nothing against you white people, but as far as scary movies go, curiosity killed the white person.
All
and
the time.
We gonna talk about this a little bit.
So my number one, we not splitting up. If we in a situation and shit get real, you ain't fucking going nowhere without me. I'm sorry. Like, if we need to find supplies or whatever the fuck, we gonna all go. I'm not sitting here waiting for you to fucking come back. I'm not going down in this creepy ass basement by myself. I'm sorry. We together. We not splitting up. And if you suggest the shit, I'm gonna cuss you out, and I'm still gonna go wherever the fuck you go. I'm not. No.
I will bust you in your head, render you unconscious, and drag you with me. and leave your ass for bait if I gotta take off.
Thank you. We're not splitting up. I'm saying, what kind of shit? Every time I see that in a movie, I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? Like, serious? Oh, we'll cover more ground. I ain't worried about covering ground. I'm worried about not being put in the ground. So we staying together. Fuck that. No, sorry, not splitting up. Don't suggest it, because I'm not gonna do it, and I'm gonna cut you out for even suggesting, because you must be crazy. The fuck no. We're staying together.
If I really feel like I'm in a situation where my life is threatened, we're going into a room and it's locked. You don't have to come. Don't get me wrong. You don't have to come, because if I hear you screaming and stuff, I know I'm really in danger. You know what I'm saying? So now I got to come up with an attack plan. But I'm going into a locked room. Like, ideally, if I got all the money I can have in the world, when I create my house one day, I'm going to have a panic room. I will have a panic room that I will be able to press a button, get into, and nobody else can get into it.
Yeah.
And it got cameras in it, and I can see what's going on.
Yeah.
Ideally.
Also, in addition to we ain't splitting up, I'm not investigating shit. So if we all decide we just gonna stay in this room and we hear some shit, I ain't investigating the motherfucking thing, because all I know is it ain't in here, and that's all I care about. So I'm not going, oh, what was that? Or, oh my goodness, I saw a flash out the window. I don't give a fuck, because it's out there. It ain't in here. I ain't going to investigate nothing. I'm sorry. It's going to have to come in here before I'm concerned about it. I'm not going to investigate a motherfucking thing.
I got a question. When you hear something in your apartment,
I won't do nothing but lay there.
I'm just saying, we hear creaks and cracks all the time. You just gonna lay there?
I just lay in my bed. I don't get up and check shit. Because guess what? Especially if my dog, if it ain't enough to bother them, if they just stay fucking sleep, I just go back.
You got dogs. You got a little layer of protection on this situation.
So if they're not concerned, I roll my ass back over and go to sleep. But really, even before I got them, if I felt, what I'm gonna do? If I go out here, I would rather me stay in here, me get up, maybe lock the door or some shit, and stay in here. You can steal whatever the fuck is out there, take it all, and leave. I'm not. What I'm gonna come out here and do? Like, I'm a hand-to-hand combat shooter? Like, no, nope. I stay where I'm at and start making plans for escape if necessary. Like, I can get out the window. I can fit out of it. I've already checked that out. I'm on the second floor, but I'm out right beside a tree. So I can climb down this motherfucker. Like, I'm there planning my escape. I'm not going to get up and investigate, though. That's what I'm not going to do. I'm not finna investigate. I'm just not.
First off, I yell random crazy shit. Like, if I hear a creak, I'll be like, it ain't going to be easy, motherfucker. And then I say that for a little bit. I look around. Okay, it ain't nobody. I yell some shit like, nigga, if you coming, you better do it. And then I just sit there for a second. I be like, oh, okay, there just must be some shit upstairs or something like that.
Oh,
and sometimes, like, if I'm sitting in my computer chair and I hear some shit, I just get right up and just go out the door. And because I'm finna surprise the shit out of somebody if they out there. They're going to be like, oh, shit, didn't expect that. You know what I'm saying? Hit a nigga with a two-piece, bloop, bloop. You know, knock him out. Or we finna tussle. What I ain't finna do is be found my head busted in my computer chair because I wouldn't turn around because I was scared.
I'm saying, like, if I'm in the bed, because that's usually when because that's when my apartment is the quietest. If I'm in my bed and I hear something, I'm alert, I'm aware. And if I hear something else again that's concerning, well, I was going to say me and the dogs going out the window, but I can't take both.
You sacrificing your damn dogs.
Yo, the dog's going to be fine. They ain't going to do that to the dog, especially Remy.
You're going to be climbing out the window here.
I can't take, I'm supposed to throw him out the window. I can't take him out the window.
You can't throw them out the window. They'll survive.
No.
Oh, that's cats.
That's
cats have survivability. Dogs, you got to leave them behind.
But Remy's friendly. He probably make pals with the fucking killer.
Remy gonna be friendly while they choking him out because he think it's just rubs and hugs and kisses. He gonna be like, yeah, hey, rub me, but they choking him out. And he gonna be like, wait a minute, this ain't rubs. This don't feel right. I'm dying. Help! Help!
Keeson ain't gonna move. Keeson gonna be under the bed chilling. That nigga is all about survival. Let me tell you, when I had him by himself and I would walk him at night, If somebody was approaching us, he barking, he vicious, he gonna tear you limb from limb. If you continue to walk up on us, this nigga roll over on his belly. Like, take her, don't take me.
Raccoon.
I'm doing nothing. Like,
he raccooning out here. He playing dead. Oh, playing possum, not raccoon.
That nigga roll up on his belly,
Possuming.
feet in the air. Like, you don't have to worry about me. Just take her. Like, it's okay. Now from a distance, he vicious. He gonna bark and just tear you limb from limb. Just Soon as you get too close, nigga on his back. Like, he's not like, don't hurt me, please don't hurt me. I'm harmless. Look at me. I'm on my back. My belly is exposed. Leave me be. So Casey's all about, survival of the fittest.
Okay.
So if anybody got killed, it would be Remy, because he would be trying to be too friendly, because this nigga would be like, oh my God, it's somebody new. Look at me. Pet
You sound like Mr. Meeseeks.
He kind of is like a Meeseeks. I'm Mr. Meeseeks. Mr. Meeseeks. Look at me.
Yep. Remy.
Okay, so you were saying that there were different types of scary movies. So do you need to do the rules?
Look, we just going with the old shit. I'm in the house, I'm hearing noise and shit.
Yes.
But it's different type of horror movies. So like we got to have different rules under different horror. Cause look, we talk about Saw. Yes. Psychological thriller. We in a room with a bunch of traps in it. Like, how do we do with that situation? We gonna likely be in a room with about 5 or 6 strangers.
Yeah.
How do you handle that situation?
I don't know, because Saw is always some kind of trick. You know what I'm saying? So I would knock everybody that wasn't logical in the room out cold, because you ain't going to be helpful. So the rest of us
in the room with kids?
Shit out. Why would I be in the room with kids?
Because you likely going to be the smallest motherfucker in there. You talking about you going to knock everybody out? I mean, after you knock one person out, they going to be like, she crazy. So unless these kids... You might be able to steal off on one person.
Okay, so hopefully I'm not going to be the only logical person. Hopefully one of the other logical people is somebody bigger than me, so I can get them on my side and be like, look, we can't think and playing out shit with them over here acting crazy. So we not going to kill them, because we might need them. Just knock them out, and then we can figure out what the fuck we need to do to get the fuck out of here. But if you got people running around screaming and like... You can't figure shit out. Saw is all about figuring how to get the fuck out the room. And it's always some kind of trick to it. I can't think while you yelling. So I need you to shut the fuck up.
Man, I ain't doing shit. I'm sitting over in the corner in Indian style. Wait a minute. That's politically incorrect. I'm sitting over in the corner in crisscross applesauce. And I ain't doing shit. I'm going to be like, fuck y'all. First off, I shouldn't have did whatever it was that got me kidnapped.
I was just finna say, the jump. I feel like I ain't gonna do nothing that I'm gonna get.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not gonna get involved in no soft shit, because I don't do shit unless it's an extremely irrational person that just want to kidnap me because of shit they think I did, but I ain't do.
Because there's no reason why anybody would like fucking saw me.
And under any of them pretenses, under the case that I did some shit, I deserve to be in there, I guess. And in the case that I didn't do some shit, I guess me not doing shit don't make a difference because they believe I did. So I'm just gonna sit in the corner, crisscross applesauce, be like, fuck y'all. I participate. If that door open, I'll run out that bitch in front of y'all, but I ain't gonna do shit. They better release some gas on my ass.
Well, you know the little dog gonna come up and give you some kind of fucking riddle for you to figure out how to get the fuck out of the room. So
I ain't good at riddles.
Yeah, because we showed you came for when we did Breakout for my birthday?
Yeah,
and we did not get the fuck out.
But Breakout, which one did we do?
The island one.
That's because we had a lot of dumbass people in the room with us.
See, I hate because you have to, if you don't have enough people, they just like add people to your group. So you gotta try to do this with some strangers who you don't know the intelligence level of. So it's kind of like.
I answered a question like 4 times for somebody in one of them things, and they was like not listening to me. Like, the answer is death. The answer is death. The answer is death. I guess they were looking like, this black ass motherfucker don't know what the hell he's talking about. I don't know if that was with y'all or not. That might have been.
It was like 4 black people in there with us.
Yeah, the one I'm talking about had. It was Island Escape. The one I'm talking about.
That's what we
not
did.
Island Escape, but we kidnapped.
Oh, okay, Island Escape was the one we did, but we did not get out. But I digress. What about Zombie Apocalypse? Zombie Apocalypse, the only rule that I have is if you die, and you come back, I'm fucking you up. And anybody who gonna be sentimental and be like, oh no, it's John, that is not fucking John. And I'm gonna knock you out too. Like, John gotta die, cause John dead. Do you see John died 40 minutes ago? Now this nigga coming back finna eat all of us, and you talking about it's John? I don't give a fuck. He trying to kill us. Same thing with Pet Cemetery. I love Remy. I love Kingston. If I watch them niggas die and I bury their ass and they come back, I'm fucking them up, cause you not my pet no more. I don't know what you are, but you not my pet, so you gotta die. So my only rule is don't be sentimental in this bitch.
So you'll be able to I Am Legend them motherfuckers. Yes. Like Will Smith choke this dog out.
Look, they ain't my dog no more.
That's gonna be hard because you got 2 zombie dogs at your ass.
But it ain't gonna be because I'm like, oh my God, it's Remy. I remember when you were a puppy. No. If they kill me, it's gonna be because I couldn't kill them first. It ain't gonna be because I was being all sentimental. That ain't your pet no more. That ain't your husband no more. That ain't your kid. If you saw this motherfucker die or you saw them get bit and you see them turning, kill them. It ain't them no more. Fuck that.
I gotta ask you a question about this situation. How do you want to die? Because I will cut your head off. I'm gonna let you know right now. I don't give a rat's ass. Your head is gone. If that's what you request. Now,
I mean, whatever you feel, it don't care. It ain't gonna be me. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna have died long before I come back trying to kill y'all. So whatever you deem appropriate, I don't care. Cause I ain't gonna be there.
I got a question though. Like cause I always thought about this. Like technically, couldn't you just wrap a zombie's head up with saran wrap, just all the way up? And they not be able to do nothing to you? Like, I feel like I could just, like, wrap your head up with saran wrap and just throw you all around just to be able to have fun and shit. Like, I ain't finna be bored. All the humans in the world gone. I'm gonna have me like a zombie fucking playland.
Well, so here is my request then. I don't want to be the zombie toy. Okay. Just cut my head off. Play with somebody
Okay, cut your head off. You dead.
I want to be dead.
You're gone.
Yes.
So wrap.
Just... Cause after I've been zombified, I'm dead anyway. I ain't in that body. And that goes back to my, if you gonna be sentimental and shit, you gonna have to die with John. Because I'm not finna sit up here and have everybody in this motherfucker get infected cause you sentimental thinking that this still your whack ass boyfriend that you ain't even give a shit about when he wasn't a zombie. Now all of a sudden you don't want to cut his head off. No, he got to die. I am sorry. He's not John anymore. He got to go. So my only thing is you don't need to be sentimental in a zombie apocalypse because people going to get bit and they're going to come back and you're going to have to kill them. You can't be sentimental.
I also have to add, shout out to Government Name Podcast. We've been hanging out with those guys.
Oh, they would die too.
I'm killing y'all.
The Shogun. We would cut your heads off.
I'm just saying. I'm not saying I want y'all dead. I'm saying in the event that you become a zombie and your zombiness threatens my humanness,
you gotta go.
It's a wrap.
I'm sorry. Love you guys, but yeah, we would cut your head off.
I will think of the worst thing that has ever happened to me in my childhood and blow my mama's head off. I'll tell you right now. Sorry, Amy. You remember that time you whooped my ass and I really didn't do that shit?
That's what I'm saying. It's not them. Like
then I'm gonna go in her pockets.
The fuck you gonna rob your mama?
I don't know what she got. She might got something that'll help the situation in the future.
Oh shit, yeah. So
you can only rob somebody that's alive, right? What is it if they dead?
Just still grave robbing is robbing. Remember, you taking shit off of dead people. It's still robbery. That's why I call grave.
So
robbing.
What if they zombies? Like what if they alive and dead?
Technically, they're still dead. They're
I guess it don't change it.
It don't change. It's still robbery. Dead or alive, it's robbery.
Whatever.
What was another type of scary movie?
The kind where a lone, strong ass superstar motherfucker following you, like Jason or Michael Myers. Somebody who can't die. Somebody who can lower themselves from shit with one pinky finger and shit.
Well, first of all, the only shoes that I wear tennis shoes and Chucks anyway, but definitely no bitches with heels. You can't be with us because you gonna fall. Well, know what? You can.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that was you
Go
can't be with
fall,
us.
Because then while they fucking you up, we get away. I don't know why every time I see somebody fall in a movie, I'm like, really? And then they don't get up immediately. They lay there like, oh my God, I fell. Get your ass up and keep running. Why are you laying there contemplating your life? Get your ass up and run. The fuck? Don't understand.
Look, I've never been anywhere without transportation, and I don't plan on that. And I don't plan on pulling up somewhere that's a desolate, isolated looking area with no gas and the lack of ability to get away. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gone. And let's say I don't have that shit. Let's say I don't. I'm gonna run as fast as I can. That motherfucker gonna have to catch me 4-5 cities over. And you know what? If he come that far to get me, he deserve my ass. Okay, he deserve for me to die. He deserve to kill me if that's the case. If he is that dedicated to doing it, it ain't shit I can do about it no way.
Let me also say this: if you with me, and you the motherfucker that some crazy maniac is after, he ain't after me. I will sacrifice you to save myself. If the sole reason that this motherfucker killing all these people because they trying to get at you, you got to go. I'm not gonna die because you did whatever fuck shit you did to this nigga and got him all riled up. I'ma just give him what he want. Move on with my life.
What, you gonna negotiate with him?
I ain't gonna negotiate shit. I'm just gonna be like, this the bitch you been looking for. Here you go. And then I'm gonna run. And I'm gonna be
that
gone.
That shit never work like that.
I mean,
they gonna kill your ass first.
No. I mean, he might kill them and still be coming after me. But I'm gonna have tried. I'm gonna have made an attempt. I will die knowing I tried all avenues. So if it's my time, it's just my time. But I will sacrifice.
So let's say you find that out at the very beginning. Like, they be like, listen, I'm gonna tell you, so I've been into some shit lately, and I'm glad you my friend, and I'm glad you're here with me, but I gotta tell you what's going on. Like, where's the loyalty at? Are you gonna stay there for the, like, let's see if we can figure this out? Or is it like, bitch, bye?
No, I'm gonna stay there. Figure out the best way to get you to his ass. Ain't no fucking look. I done said it before. I ain't no ride or die nothing. If you put us in a situation where shit is fucked up, I'm sorry. You got to go.
Damn.
So I'm gonna be like, oh man, well let's figure this out. Meanwhile, I'm making my plan for how I'm gonna sacrifice you to this motherfucker so I can survive.
Freddy Krueger one of them situations where you can't really do shit.
See, that is where I disagree. I will just begin a meth habit. Don't they stay up for 3, 4, 5 days straight?
After day 5, your ass can go to sleep. What you talking about?
I mean, I'm gonna see if I can have the world's longest record for staying up. I'm just gonna keep doing meth because it's either do meth or just go ahead and be dead, and I'd rather just do the meth.
Right now, where can you go get some meth from? Boom. You're fucking dead because you can't find no meth. You're gonna go to sleep.
I got some people I know that could tell me where to go get it at. I don't know personally, but I do know some people who might know, and I go get some meth. I would never be able to work again.
Meth, cocaine. Cocaine keep you up, don't it?
Does cocaine keep you up like that?
Oh, that shit keep your ass up.
I don't think it keep you up like meth though.
Meth is the
I'm
worst.
trying to stay up as long as fucking possible, yo. This motherfucker don't get me. Cocaine just make you energetic, don't it? I don't know. Maybe it does make you stay up.
I don't know what the fuck it do. I ain't never gonna find out.
I know meth keep you up just from documentaries I watched about meth. I'm not really too sure about coke, but because you just said it ain't nothing else to do. So meth, I don't want to die, so I'm just gonna smoke meth.
Alien movies? Like, what are you doing?
What can you do? It depends on the kind of aliens it is. Like, is it like Independence Day where they don't give a fuck, they just trying to destroy the planet? Or
I don't know, man. I don't think it's no aliens out there you can beat with Windows 95 like they did on that goddamn movie. Like, motherfucker typing with one hand, one finger and shit, beating aliens in their ship.
I'm gonna do what you plan to do for cats when cats take over the world. You gonna be an ally. I'm gonna be an alien ally because what the fuck else I'm gonna do?
I mean, when aliens do come around here, I hope they be like, damn, black people is fucked up out here. Let's leave them alone. Brown people, I mean, it's some other brown people that, they doing bad too. Let's not worry. Let's just see about these white people. Let's see whether they are worthy or not to survive this situation. Let's assess them one by motherfucking one.
I would be totally with that. That's fine by me. But in the chance that they just fuck all humans, I'm gonna do what I can to show that I would be a good ally. Keep me.
What about like District 9? You seen that?
That shit was fucking terrible. Is that the one where they had them in like concentration camps?
Mm-hmm.
I would be trying to help them escape.
That was a good ass movie though.
It was sad. I felt bad for the aliens.
Sad,
they were so fucking human beings, man. White people specifically just enslave everything. Goddamn. Fucking aliens come down here and you find a way to enslave their ass. Like, the fuck? This shit now was sad. I would never watch that movie again. I felt so bad for them aliens, man. And then the dude that turned into an alien, I felt bad for him too.
I like that shit.
Why you like that the aliens was in like a concentration camp?
No, I like that he started to get some retribution for that shit when he started getting access to them damn weapons. Yeah. Like, that's the shit I was like, I'm waiting for the second part to come out to it where, you know what I'm saying?
Because at some point, the whole planet, the folks got to be looking for it. It was a lot of aliens. Well, they procreated over time too, didn't they? But still, like, they got to be like, what the fuck our folks are? And I'm sure time don't pass the same as it passed on Earth. So, I mean, they could have been just gone for a couple of days in the alien time. And they, you know what I'm saying? I feel like at some point, again, it's going to be a situation where I'm going to be allies to the aliens. Because guess what? When the mothership do come back and they be like, look at all this bullshit these folks did to us, they going to be like, but Red though? Red was cool. Don't mess with Red. Cause Red helped us out. I'm going to be an ally because the mothership coming.
Shit might not be that easy.
I mean, it will be easy. When you got enslavement, it's easy to beat enslavement. Like, it's easy to, like, you know, they like to eat something. I've been bringing them all kind of paraphernalia.
You think black folks would have went up to the slave master and said, I'm trying to be your friend, and that shit would have worked out?
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I mean, it depends on the kind of aliens. If they trying to enslave us, they don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
They gonna take their tentacles or whatever they got wrapping around your neck.
I was talking about in a District 9 type situation.
Oh, okay.
I would befriend them so when the mothership come back and they be like, look what these fucking humans did to us. But Red didn't. Red was cool. Red helped us out. Leave Red alone. But these motherfuckers over here fucked them up. I don't want to be in the group of fucked up folks. I want to be over here with the, you know, I'm going to be an ally. I'm going to help them out as much as I can.
I don't think they're going to listen.
Why not?
The mothership ain't going to listen because the mothership, all y'all ain't shit. The mothership ain't experienced Red.
It don't matter. Like, I feel like they gon' debrief the aliens that they get back, and I want them to sing my praises so grandly that they be like, "Well, maybe we can use this Red."
Let me give you the example, okay? You got a friend,
yes,
and that's your friend, ride or die. At school and maybe at the arcade or wherever y'all go, you ride or die, but your parents don't know him too well. If y'all get into some bullshit, your mama gonna come out and say, I don't know who that nappy head little motherfucker is. You ain't hanging out with him no more. Get him the fuck out of here. They can burn in hell. That's what the mothership gonna come down here acting like. They don't give a fuck about your friends. They fucked y'all up. Burn them all.
But not Red, though.
Whatever.
Look, at least I'm gonna try to have a chance. Either I'm gonna get burned up or on the off chance that they listen, I might get saved while everybody else gets scorched and shit. I'm gonna try. What you gonna do?
What am I gonna do?
If the aliens invade the earth.
Mind my damn business. I'll sit in my house and play my damn games and make my damn candles and bake some cakes until them motherfuckers come to my door or destroy motherfucking the city.
They ain't gonna, if it's District 9, they're not gonna come to you. You ain't gonna know shit to the
If it's District 9, I'm minding my own damn business.
All right.
I ain't going to no government facilities and I ain't going over there where they asses live at.
Die when the mothership come back. Like everybody else.
I think everybody gonna die when the mothership comes.
I'm gonna make an attempt. Again, if I'm gonna die, then that's what was gonna happen anyway, but I can try.
But you risk going over there and getting your ass beat by aliens.
That white
dying
man,
right now.
That white man he had clearance to go in there.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe I could.
Look, y'all need to watch District 9.
It's sad.
The reason that you need to watch it, regardless of whether it's sad or not, I think it's a film of retribution that has some components of sadness, but it's a it's one of the most original movies that came out in recent days.
It really is.
It's
especially
original
about
as shit.
Aliens.
The concept,
yeah.
You know, it's just original ass movie in the world of, you know, all these movies that came out.
Because usually the
aliens
aliens come down here to enslave us. Nobody ever looked at that. We enslaving the aliens.
Yeah, it'd be like driving into the country and your car breaking down, and they enslaving you in a cotton field and just being like, you finna pick cotton.
Pretty much.
And you can't get out of there. Like that's
what the fuck?
That's District 9.
Yeah,
except we don't really make them do shit in this movie.
They just confine them to this like ghetto ass, like in the most basic term of ghetto, like this horrible place called District 9.
They in an internment camp, basically.
Yeah, basically.
Where people just don't leave them alone. Come around and report on them and stuff and picking pride at them and stuff.
Yeah, they was cutting into them. And the shit we think aliens do when they abduct people, we was doing to them.
It's not anal probes.
Not anal probes.
Not like our South Park version of it. What about like a virus outbreak? Resident Evil.
The same shit with the zombies. Don't be sentimental. Once this motherfucker is sick, you gotta die.
I don't think we're gonna be able to do shit because that Umbrella Corporation, whatever that virus name is, he make your ass strong and shit.
But she was killing them.
Because she was one of them. She just was on the good side.
Okay, well we just need to find that bitch and hang out with her then. Shit.
We ain't gonna be able to find her.
Why?
Because she ain't trying to be found. That's why. But what I'm gonna tell you is I'm gonna sit here, play my game, watch some movies on Cody, do my candles, bake some cakes, and live my goddamn life until ain't no more life to live. That's what I'm doing. Some of these situations, I just gotta mind my business. I'm gonna go get me when I see that shit on the news, I'm going wherever I can go to find me a hazmat. If I can't find a whole hazmat because everybody rich done bought them all out already,
pretty much.
Then I'm gonna get on Amazon. If Amazon done stop shipping, I'm gonna get on Google and try to figure out how to make a fucking homemade hazmat suit because I don't want to get possessed by shit. And then I'm gonna motherfucking sit here in the living room with my hazmat suit on playing games till I can't play games no more.
Till I can't play games no more.
Because at that point, it's already established. Ain't gotta work no more.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't got no job. And pretty soon, money ain't gonna make a difference.
Yeah.
Hopefully, everybody around the city get infected, and I'm smart enough because I got my hazmat suit. I can go get me some money out the bank, be rich.
What the good that gonna do? We gonna spend it. You just had the money. If money don't matter,
if money don't matter, then it don't matter if I make me a fucking Scrooge McDuck pool of money and jump in that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, I will do that. It ain't gonna be like Scrooge McDucks because it ain't just gonna be coins. So I jump down and then break my neck.
Shit, yeah.
It's gonna be dollars.
I want to do coin. That shit every time, even as a kid, I'm like, that shit look like it hurts. That don't look fun. You
your Family Guy did that. Did a reenactment of that shit. But Peter jumped in that bitch and like fucked himself up.
It's not fun.
Yeah, that shit would not work like it did with Scrooge McDuck.
No, it would not.
But that's what I'm doing. And possession movies.
Black folks don't get possessed, so I feel like that's some white shit. Do we don't? I'm trying to think of a movie where somebody black got possessed, and I can't think of none. So some white folk shit.
And the crazy thing is, it's not because in the movie world black folks don't get possessed. It's just in Hollywood black people don't get cast for roles under which they would get possessed in that movie. So it kind of like give off the illusion that that's white people shit.
I'm okay with it being white people shit. That's a movie I could do without. What about like some M. Night Shyamalan shit with a twist? Like, have you seen?
Depending on what the twist is.
Okay.
The fucking plants killing everybody then, goddamn. And ain't shit we can do about that.
Have you seen, damn.
Probably not.
What is the name of it? The Mist.
Nope.
So in The Mist, it's old. So if you hadn't seen it, and this is a spoiler for you, I don't know what the fuck to tell you.
That ain't no movie with Mark Wahlberg in it, is it?
Was it Mark Wahlberg? I don't think it was him.
I'm thinking about the one I'm talking about where the trees was killing everybody, plants and shit.
No, this was like all of these random ass fucking monster ass creatures. Like it got misty outside, and these people were like in a store, and the mist got like heavy as fuck. And then somebody walked outside trying to go to their car, and they heard them scream, and that's when they realized it was bullshit out there. So they barricaded themselves in the store, right? But of course, more and more bullshit kept coming to the store and breaking in, and then the folks inside was turning on each other and all of this shit. So a dude, his son, and this chick escaped because they was being crazy inside the store. So they got in the car and was leaving. But then they got stranded in the mist and thought they was gonna die. So they had a gun. So the dude shot his son in the head, shot the girl in the head, and then the military came right out before he could kill himself.
Damn.
So then he had to live with the fact that he murdered his son and this woman that he was interested in. because he thought they were going to die by the monsters. And it like somehow the government had tore a hole in the fabric of time or some bullshit, and so these creatures came out and they fixed it, and they were coming around rescuing whoever else had survived. And had he waited like 5 minutes, they all three could have been rescued.
Well, that's bullshit.
All the M. Night Shyamalan movies had that was a twist at the end.
Was that the
only
goddamn
one that didn't have a twist was Split. I was waiting for a twist that Split, and it didn't have
Was
one.
that the only way to deal with that problem?
Kill yourself?
Why didn't you just let the myth kill him?
Because it was monsters that you were going to be eating. You don't want to get eaten alive and shit. So they were going to kill themselves and then let them eat their dead body.
Did they all come up with that decision?
They decided in the car. My little boy didn't have a say. He was like 8. He didn't have a say. The two adults in the car decided today, and the girl was like, yeah. And he was like, I'm going to, I'll do that and then I'll kill myself. And then actually, I think he shot them, and then the bullet got jammed, or he couldn't kill himself. So he was just sitting there thinking he was finna get ate. And the roaring sound was actually the fucking rescue truck coming to get their ass.
And so he ended up with the crying joint face on his. That's what happened to him, huh?
Pretty much. So, like, in that situation, I don't know I don't know if I would have left the store. I would have just been fucking people up in the store. I don't know that I would have went out in this motherfucking mist with all of these creatures and you can't even see and shit. I don't know that I would have escaped. I just wouldn't have left the store. I would have just stayed in the store.
I mean, you right. I would have stayed in that bitch too. You got snacks.
Exactly. You got everything you need. But
You
like,
got
it
all
was
kinds
this
of shit.
religious lady in that who talking about this the end of days and this is God punishing us and all of this shit. And at first everybody thought she was crazy. But then the more and more people were dying and people got scared, then they started listening to this bitch.
I would have been like, it's the end of days? And she would have been like, yeah, and I would have bust over the head. Knocked her ass unconscious. If these the end of the days, I guess it don't matter that I knocked her ass out.
The reason I don't watch that movie is because of her. She annoys the fuck. Like, I want somebody to just kill her. Please kill her so she'll shut the fuck up. Because she just got a Bible because she carry it everywhere with her apparently, and she's just like saying Bible verses and talking about how wickedness and all of this. Like, bitch, shut up. We trying to survive and you annoying me. You need to shut up, or we gonna throw you out here and let them feed on you. Since you say it's the end of the day, why delay the inevitable, bitch? Just go out there. But yeah, so an M. Night Shyamalan movie, if you in that
We
shit.
don't even know what the fuck gonna happen, man.
No,
you might as
'cause
well
it's
just live
always
moment by moment.
Stupid ass twist, like The Village. Have you seen The Village?
I don't watch horror movies.
I haven't seen
I know
The
the
Village.
premise of all of them, but I don't like
Yeah.
horror movies. They're a waste of time for me. I'm trying to look for logic and sense, shit that makes sense.
I don't
and
watch.
those movies ain't focused on that. It's focused on getting your fucking heart rate up.
Yeah.
So
I don't watch a lot. That's not a genre that I really like. So
I
The
watch
Mist-
psychological thrillers.
I only know about The Village because I read about it. Like, I ain't watched it. I'm glad I didn't when I found out what the twist was. Or like did M. Night Shyamalan do damn, what's that movie? Unbreakable. Was that his movie?
I don't know.
Do you know what Unbreakable is?
It's another one finna come out.
I don't know if it was
Samuel
him
Jackson
or
and
not.
Bruce Willis.
I don't know. I think it was because I think the twist was Samuel L. Jackson's character actively looking for like somebody to be the superhero to his anti-hero.
No idea.
I don't know if that was his movie or not. It was okay. They're making another one.
Did I just say that?
Yeah, you did.
Oh.
That's what I said. That's why I'm like, oh, they're making another one
yeah,
because
yeah.
you told me.
Yeah.
Not like I already knew because I didn't.
That's what it sounded like. I was like,
No.
I just said that shit. What you talking about?
No, I did it though. So those are the survival. Basically, we just killing everybody. It seems like to survive.
Yeah.
Or on point gonna mind his business in a lot of these situations.
Mind my damn business. I'm staying in my apartment. I ain't got no job no more. You gotta come get me. I got food that lasts me for months. I would rather stay here for 2 months and come outside in 2 months when I got to and be like, let's see what the fuck going on.
Well, what you gonna do when electricity get cut? You can't play video games, then. You got plenty of candles to have light, but you can't play the game.
And then my phone gonna die.
Yep.
I don't know. Look outside and see how I look. That's all I got. Live moment by moment. When my TV go off, we got a situation now. because that means that I can't cook shit either.
Oh yeah.
So now I gotta go figure out how I'm gonna live.
Yeah. I don't know, but if you have a question like you would like for us to answer on the show, you can send it in to our website, or you can send it in through the Gmail account, which is conversationcallartists@gmail.com. Do you want me to go ahead and talk about how fuck Miley?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck Miley Cyrus.
She tripping.
Fuck that bitch. And see, this is what the fuck I said was gonna happen. We were not doing the show yet at the time that she first started this ghetto trap queen shit. But when she came out with bangers and she was doing all of this shit with the rappers and she was twerking on stage and she was, weed this and weed that. And I said that this bitch, the reason why I had problems with bitches like Miley Cyrus is this. They get to put on black culture like it's a mask. And they get to use it for their benefit for as long as they want to. And now they can do exactly what the fuck Miley is doing, which is take that motherfucking mask off and then go back to being the lily white Hannah Montana ass motherfucker that she was before she decided that she wanted to be trapped. And it's disrespectful and it's annoying because guess what? I can't wake up in the morning and say, I don't want to be black today. I don't feel like getting discriminated against. Let me just not be black
But
today.
Red, you can say, I don't want to listen to rap.
I can say that.
You can say that.
But what I can't do is be lauded for saying that and, oh my God, she's going back to... I don't get that. It's bullshit. Fuck her for doing that. You use rap for however long that fucking album and that tour lasted. I'm talking about, did you see, was it Juicy J's, something about some J's on my feet?
Yep.
She with a fucking jersey dress on and shit, just being a video girl, like she was with it. And now that she ain't no more, now she talking about she finna go back and start doing country music and shit. And that's fine. I'm not even mad that she's going back and doing a different genre because people can hop genres. I'm fine with that. What I'm upset about is her dissing hip hop and saying she tired of hip hop because it's disrespectful to women and it talk about drugs. Bitch, that's all you been doing for like the last year and a half, motherfucker. Now all of a sudden you're above it and it's too much. And you can't deal with it. So not only did she decide to do a different genre of music, she had to like verbally distance herself from the genre that was paying her for at least a year and a half. That whole Bangers album was nothing but her borrowing from black culture. And it's fucked up now that she don't find a use for it anymore, or now that she want to tap into her country roots. Now she has to. You could have done that without dissing hip hop. That's all I'm saying. And the fact that she did this is what I said she was going to do. White women do this all the time. You get to separate yourself from black when you get ready to. And they'll welcome you back with open arms. Oh, we got her back from those blacks. I don't get to do that. I am black every day, all day. I wake up, I go to bed like this. I don't get to distance myself from black and get to be treated differently because of it. It's fucked up. Fuck her. Fuck Miley.
My problem with Miley Cyrus is the same problem that I have with just white people who look at rap in general because they cherry pick something out of rap to reinforce their ideas. They don't look at rap in the greater context of it, because a lot of the shit that rappers talk about, fucking a lot of comedians talk about, a lot of rockers talking about, is just the black version of telling your life story and your experiences and glorifying your achievements. And I think white people just take the murder, which, mind you, a lot of people that are in environments where deaths and shit happen. I mean, I look back at Tupac when I'm looking at people like that, like the way that he rapped. I know there's rappers out there who say shit like, who make it seem like they just get up happy to go shoot motherfuckers, yeah. But the real message of that story, regardless of how people deal with it, is how I heard it from Tupac, is that this is my life and I don't wish this on my fucking worst enemy. I don't want to have to carry a gun. I don't want to have to wear a vest. I don't want to have to mourn these people that have been killed in my life. I don't want this to be my life and my existence. And other people, because it has to be your life, it don't have to make you gloom and doom. You know what I'm saying? So I think a lot of rappers just talk about their life in the context of the experiences that they've had. And that's the story they telling. The same as a lot of comedians, the same as a lot of rockers. And people like Miley Cyrus, when they talk about rap, they cherry pick that shit because she said it seemed to be about I got her on a Rolex, I got my Lamborghini, I got a girl on my cock. Like she just cherry picked a very small, minuscule group in the rap community to say that's what it is.
Singing about it. That's what I'm saying. Like it isn't just that she said it. It's the fact that you were using this very thing to make money. And now that you decided that you want to cross back over into whiteness, now you gotta diss it and talk shit about it. Like it's not even just that she cherry picked. It's you was talking about this shit yourself. You were rapping about all of the things, or not rapping. You were singing about the shit that you had, and you was twerking, and you was doing all of this shit. Now, it's all bad and terrible. Like, bitch, please.
But I mean, you right, but it ain't that big though. Like it ain't like she goddamn went and bought a house next to goddamn Drake and started partying with Drake and then put out a rap album. You know what I'm saying?
But she partying with them.
She participated in the culture. You know what I mean? She didn't take that shit.
She didn't just participate. She made money off the culture.
Yeah, she made money off the culture, but that's way different than somebody. That's way different than a goddamn Chet Hayes or somebody who come live the rap life, adopt that whole shit, and then get out of it. It's like she was never in it. She stepped over here in this bitch, said, let me see what this about, took some shit out of it, and then went back. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like she stole the shit. Like, then nobody from rap look at Miley Cyrus like she was that. Miley Cyrus is just a pop star that came over here and got that shit. So, but, I mean, that's not to invalidate what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, that's been done on a much, much, much larger scale.
But all levels of it is wrong, and it's annoying.
Problematic.
And I knew when she was doing it that this was the phase that she was just gonna do this for a while, and that she was gonna go back. And again, it's not just that she went back. She couldn't go back without talking shit about the thing that she was just enjoying. She couldn't go back without talking shit about the thing that she was just in the midst of, and was bragging about and happy about and all of this shit. You could have just decided to do country music and shut the fuck up about hip hop, or just say, I just decided to take my career in another direction. You know what I'm saying? Like, she could have done that without dissing hip hop. It's the fact that she dissed it. Again, it's not that she's going country, because that's what she actually started out doing anyway. It has nothing to do with that. It's that you did it in a way that you had to separate yourself and push off, and this is, I don't want to do this because of this. You was just doing it. The fuck is you talking about? It ain't like it's changed so much in a year and a half since she was twerking on stage. Shit is just the same as it was when she was twerking. But now all of a sudden it's a problem, and now you're above it. You're better than that. You don't want to talk Rolexes and cars and women in the cars and drugs. You don't want to do all of that. Like, girl, please. Fuck her. Nobody got time for that shit.
Have you heard her follow-up comments?
Yeah, I did. Talking about they took a piece out of a whole interview and made it look like she was saying that she has respect for hip hop. I saw it.
Motherfuckers always be coming back with that old shit. What can I say to fix what I really meant?
Exactly.
Type shit. That politicking. That shit like that.
Fuck her. Ain't nobody got time for that. And like, this is why when people are all like, when somebody white is doing like black culture stuff, like why we get upset about it, it's because you doing it for the wrong fucking reason. And at any given time, you could put it down and separate yourself from it and be just fine.
Is there a right reason or a right way for white people to participate?
In a respectful way. Even like,
do that? Do we know how?
I was not a fan of Miley whole little ghetto phase. I wasn't. I would have had a lot more respect for her if she just said she was taking her career in a different direction. If that's the way she left. If she just left the respect on hip hop and just moved the fuck on. I could have took that a whole lot better than her. I'm going country because I'm tired of all of this, that, and hip hop. Like, really?
I mean, it just don't make sense to me if she's saying that as if she was in hip hop, like if she was a hip hop artist or something. I mean, I don't know what she thought she was. I mean, I always thought she was pop anyway.
She is
recently.
She is pop, but she was involved with a lot of hip hop stuff. She had hip hop artists featured on her stuff. She was featured on hip hop artist stuff, and that was shit she wasn't doing before. She had that little phase where she was doing that, because before, even after she stopped the Hannah Montana shit, she was still doing like Hannah Montana-esque shit. Then she crossed over and was dealing with and doing records with a lot of hip hop artists. So she herself wasn't hip hop, but she was in hip hop vicariously through these other people. And she had fucking black women on stage at her concert. Did you see footage of her twerking their asses off and shit? Slapping them on the ass? Like, the fuck out of here, Miley. She was doing all kind of bullshit on that Bangers tour. Like, girl, bye. Like, if she had just said she was taking her career in a different direction and left it at that, I would have been okay with it.
She had to throw shade at hip hop. She had to
throw shade at hip hop in order to do it. That's my problem with it. So that means you would never respected it in the first place. Because if you did, you would be able to just say, because that's what it is. You taking your career in a different path. Fine. Okay. But you got to throw shade in order to do that. It's fucked up. So fuck her. And fuck her apology, because I don't buy it. I think you meant what you said the first time, and your apology is bullshit. And fuck her. That's how I feel about that. I wasn't no fan anyway, so, and I don't listen to country music really, so it's not like I was gonna buy her albums, and now I'm not boycotting her, because in order to boycott some shit, you had to have intention. And
you boycott Shea Moisture?
Yes. The
true, realistic, genuine way to boycott Shea Moisture is to get rid of all of your products and give them to a person that might use them best. You won't be wasting the money in that way.
I'm boycotting purchasing more product. I'm gonna use what I got, because they got that money. So what kind of messages am I sending by throwing away my money? That's stupid as fuck.
So you got social injustice in your hair right now, is what you're saying?
No, I didn't use it this week, but I have had it in my hair. No, I'm gonna use what I done bought, because I bought it already. They got the money. I can't get the money back. So I'm gonna use what I got. Going forward, I'm not going to purchase anymore. But I had a debate with AC, because he was saying, he don't feel like people should boycott Shea Moisture because it's a black business. And it's like, so because it's a black business, they can do whatever the fuck, and I'm supposed to still buy from them because I'm to support. Because here's the thing, there are other black hair companies that I could give my money to instead of Shea Moisture. Like, I don't have to just I'm not gonna do that. White people don't do that. White people don't have to say, well, I'm just gonna keep supporting because it's black business and gotta support black business.
It's hard to gauge and create a line in this context, but I want anybody who feels that way to think of it like this, because there's a line with everything. Recently, there came out a line of childlike dolls that are made for pedophiles. It's supposed to be for, they look lifelike little kids. It's supposed to be for aversion's sake. Now, regardless of what it's for, whoever made them gonna get rich, because it's people.
Aversion?
I don't know what it's really made for. Like, realistically, if you don't have any moral standards, no ethical guidelines, and you want to get rich, that's something that can get you rich. A bunch of pedophiles will buy them things. All right.
Terrible.
If that was a black company, should that be something we support? All I'm saying is there is a line. There is a line drawn at the level of where you should support somebody. Black shouldn't be the only qualifier for the reason that you support something. That ain't no black company that's doing that, and wouldn't no black people do that because they get fucking destroyed out here in the community. You know what I'm saying? They get murdered. Like, black people murder that person. So I don't think that can do that. I'm just saying there is a line at which black becomes irrelevant in the context of something that you can be supporting. You know what I'm saying?
Just because you take your money that you spent away from Shea Moisture doesn't mean that you're in turn not going to support black. There's and actually that what came out of the whole Shea Moisture bullshit was people creating lists of other black natural hair companies that make stuff that had worked for their hair, and you can try these companies. So actually the fuck up of Shea Moisture is going to go into the pockets of some of these smaller companies now. Like, you can still support black owned. It don't have to be Shea Moisture. And I don't give if Shea Moisture was the only black hair line black owned. If they fuck up, they fuck up. You don't get a pass because you black. I don't give a shit. I would just stop supporting you. I'm sorry. You fucked that up. It's not my job to keep supporting you. It's your job to make sure that you're somebody worthy of being supported. Period.
I'm also like, I don't even necessarily support a boycott for myself. I'm boycotting. If Coke ain't around, I'm gonna get a Pepsi. Like, I ain't no boycotter. I don't do shit like that. Like, motherfuckers make mistakes.
They do.
You know, I mean, I don't know who made that mistake with Shea Moisture, but I bet they're gonna try to correct it.
They are.
I mean, that shit can be a teachable moment. It might have been a teachable moment for Pepsi. It might have been a teachable moment for Shea Moisture. But I'm not the kind of person that's just going to exclusively boycott when it comes to shit that I don't know all of the systems and the intricate nature of how that shit came to be.
I feel like it's levels to mistakes though. Like, cause that's the same thing he said was like, you know, they gonna be punished for this one mistake. It's the mistake that was made though. The mistake that was made was that you alienated the people who got you to the level where you could make a commercial and start reaching out to white women and expand your brand. You alienated the people that you built this company on. That's a huge mistake. That's not a small mistake to me.
But alienating somebody don't have to be done by intent. You know what I'm saying? If they intended to alienate that group, then definitely y'all fucked up bad. But if it was an unintentional side effect of a marketing team that wasn't really connected, of people that didn't expect that outcome,
that's still your fault because you're a black-owned company. If you have nothing but white people in your marketing team who aren't connected and ain't gonna realize that bitches are gonna be mad when they don't see nobody like themselves represented in a commercial for a company of shit that they've been using forever, that's your fault still. Why would you not have representation around the table? This is what we always complain about companies not doing. This is what we complain about Hollywood not doing, not having representation of us, not having black people in the rooms of these meetings so that we can be represented, so that we can tell you, oh, that's not a good idea. This is how this is going to go. You're a black-owned fucking company. How are you doing the same thing these white companies are doing? They don't make, again, that to me is not excusable. It's not excusable to say that you didn't have nobody in the room who was connected enough to know that this was a mistake, because that's fucking crazy. You're a black-owned company.
Well, I think that's the only way it could have been, because I don't think
they
did this
if
on
you
purpose.
Look at their marketing, please, it's a bunch of white women, but that's still your fault as a company. Why is this your marketing team? You're still responsible for the choices that you made. If you had made better choices in the people that you had in that room, this would never have come to be. You still made a mistake in choosing a bunch of white women to market to a predominantly black crowd. That's your stupid fault still. Because, yeah, now you trying to expand. But before this, black folks been buying your shit. Black folks been the marketing folks for your shit. You've been using black models and shit. Now you hire a bunch of white women, and the white women obviously ain't got enough connection. So they think, oh, this little mixed girl with the loose curls, she's black enough for this. No, she doesn't represent most of the people that use these products. But if you had had better representation in your marketing room, this would not have happened. And the fact that you don't have representation is sad, considering that you are a black company. And this is something that we are yelling to white people all the time. You need to have more representation, have more of us in the room. Then you would know not to make these jokes. Then you would know it's not okay to say these things. And then you as a black company gonna go do the same fucking shit. You still at fault. You still at fault.
I mean, I ain't saying he at fault. And I ain't saying that people shouldn't boycott if that's the viewpoint and perspective they take. For me, like, I'm just apathetic to a lot of shit that happened. Like, it ain't nothing that touched me that deeply to make me say I'm gonna stop using this shit. And
I mean,
furthermore,
I think they're gonna a lot of their products.
And anyway. I think they're gonna. I have some Shea Moisture shit. It fell over in the tub and I came in and all that shit was fucking gone. So that was all fucked up. But I had some more shit. But and I like, I'm gonna look at it and be like that $10 would be harder to spend now if it's $10 still.
Yeah.
I'll be waiting for that shit to go down. I mean, I'll get something else until the price go down. So it'll vicariously gonna mess up how I'm gonna buy it. But what I'm saying is, like, people gonna fuck up.
Yeah. Companies
gonna fuck up.
Yeah.
And they got opportunity to recover. You know, because that's what they're gonna try to do.
Yeah, they're gonna.
You know.
I mean, and I don't.
That's why intent is important to me. Like, if Pepsi come out here and say, "Fuck y'all, we endorsing the KKK," You know what I'm saying? Then okay, if it turns out that a bunch of ignorant ass dumb people got a big ass teachable moment, and now a whole group of white women lost their job, and a whole bunch of black women done got hired now in order to make this shit right. Not in terms of I hired black people to make it right, but clearly they wasn't representing my company well. You know what I'm saying? Then I don't know how long you're supposed to hold that over somebody's head. I guess that's an individual thing.
It is, because I don't boycott everything, but this I feel like because we're always screaming for representation, when you're in a position to give us that thing that we're begging for all the time and you fuck it up, I just can't rock with you. Like, you had an opportunity, and again, it ain't even got shit to do with, some people were saying, oh, because they trying to get white women. I don't give a fuck. Expand your brand. If that's what you need to do, that's fine. But you should not expand your brand at the expense of your base. And that is what they did with that commercial. And for me, it was too stupid of a mistake.
Is that what he's saying that he was doing?
What?
Because I heard a lot of people making the argument, you know, y'all don't want him to expand his brand. He can't expand his brand.
That's
Is that what he said he was trying to do?
Yeah.
Expand his brand over into
other markets. Yeah.
Me and my brother got in that dialogue, and my brother was on that, and I was like, why would you try to expand your market over into people that got fucking 50 and 60 choices of shit that they'll use? Black people got five fucking choices that's popular, maybe.
Yeah.
That's like, sound like a stupid lateral move to make.
That is what he did say, that he was trying to expand his brand into other markets. But it's like, you have an opportunity. You're like one of the huge, major, exclusive makers of hair products for black folks. And now you want to make stuff for white women. You right, they got Pantene, they got Herbal Essence, they got Aussie, they got
Suave, they got everything that ain't in the fucking ethnic hair care selection section.
Yeah. But that is what his attempt was to do, which is why the white women were in the commercial, to show white women that you can use shea moisture too. So he was trying to expand his brand, but he did it at the cost of alienating his base, because they weren't. He took out their representation to put representation for the white women, because the mixed girl, like, there's a whole fucking thing in the natural hair community, and anybody who markets to the natural hair community should know this about hair texture and about good hair, and women that have a coarser brand texture of hair not getting love. That's a very well-known thing. Like, if you involved in natural hair at all, that's some shit that you know. So for me, again, it was just too stupid to not have been. It was too stupid of a mistake. I just can't believe that. I think he thought there wasn't nobody gonna care. That's what I feel like. I don't think he thought it was gonna alienate people. I think he thought people were gonna be cool with it, and they were not. And now he got to come back and apologize because it's too stupid. Like, what that
boils down to is I don't think he understood how loyal the base was to his product, and how strongly they would like to have been represented in their product.
I mean, we're finna talk about another story here later about black women. I feel like, but black women get the shaft all the time. Black women, it's so hard to be fucking black in America, and to be a black woman in America is even harder. So we are very passionate about the things that we do have that's ours. We are, because we don't have a lot that is. So for you to do this is, like, again, that's what I'm saying. For me, it's a big deal because of what that company represented. You're right. We got a little bitty ass ethnic hair section. White women just got hair care. The whole aisle, hair care. We got a little bitty ass section that we can call our own with shit that work for our hair. For you to just say deuces and put these white women, again, it ain't about you expanding your brand. Do what you need to do as a company if you feel like you're going to make more money that way, but not at the expense of the people who helped you build it up to the point that it's at. Because we didn't have this. You gave us representation and then you take that shit away. Like, no.
It's like being cheated on is definitely a problem.
Yeah.
But being cheated on by a white bitch just make it so much worse.
Exactly.
Because that's what happened.
Look at
shea moisture.
Yeah,
sorry.
Waiting to exhale. This is us burning the fucking car and all your shit. This is that waiting to exhale moment. When you leave with the white bitch, we burn all your shit. This is waiting to exhale.
Look, people, if y'all was on that Shea Moisture shit and you looking for something new to try, go to PhoenixDeepRooted.com.
Look at you promoting your shit.
This ain't my shit. She don't even know I'm doing this. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's fucking hilarious.
go to PhoenixDeepRooted.com. Buy you some products. I said I was gonna post some pictures and information, or some information.
Yeah,
last week.
because people were asking you about it, and you still didn't.
Yeah, I gotta do that still. Like, she got some beard oil. I hadn't used the beard oil yet. She got some beard balms. I used the beard balms, them good. She got some hair regrowth formula, which, you know, I seen pictures of, you know, how that's working for people. Her curl
anything for my hair?
She got some stuff for curls. It give a real deep curl. I mean, I have to show you some pictures of that shit because people be reposting it. But go to Phoenix Deep Root, you look for some products.
I guess since we talking about black women getting the shaft.
So I don't know how widespread this got. It definitely was on my feed from the friends that I had. But there was a picture of this woman in a shirt that said "Men are trash."
Keyword being men, just men. Men are trash in general. All men of all colors. Men, niggas ain't they trash? Like, yes.
And it was a black woman looking relatively happy with what she was wearing. And, you know, of course, some men had to come out butt hurt. And a dude put out a shirt that said "Black women are trash."
Specifically black women,
and
not
his
women.
post said, "Stand up against abuse from black women. Get your gear today."
And this just goes back to why women are so protective over the things that we have, because so many things get taken away from us. Ain't nobody said shit about black men, but because it was a black woman wearing that shirt, now you want to get, because I guarantee you, had it been a Becky, you would not have had a shirt that said white women are trash and stand up against these white women. Like,
I mean, this go back to that, you know, slave mentality type shit where it was all these different cultures, like light against dark, big against little, field against slave, family against family, man against woman. Like, that's how you disenfranchise a people. And we have not been healed from that shit. So it's like residual effects of a history where all of this different competition, in-group competition came about. That shit still lingers around. And so you got shit like this that go on.
How bitter do you have to be to look at that and take from that I need to make a black women ain't shit shirt? Like, why would you look at that and say that? It just said men. She didn't say black women, black men are trash. Men are trash. That's all the shirt said. And then you had to come back and attack black women specifically. The same way when the crazy motherfucker killed that 70-year-old man, niggas was talking about, well, Joy should have answered the phone. How the fuck is this my fault? He killed him, but it's my fault because I didn't pick up the phone from a nigga that was crazy enough to go kill somebody randomly. Like, how? What?
So I talk a lot, you know, in terms of any topic that I feel strongly enough to speak on. But it's some topics that I can't and shouldn't speak on. You know, as a self-proclaimed untrashed man, it's hard sometimes to watch a lot of women speak that way about men.
But some of these men are trash.
I mean, I'm not fucking naive enough to know that women deal with such a barrage of ain't shit men.
I done dated some trash ass men.
I'm supposed to come out here with myself and invalidate they shit experiences because I think I'm decent. That's why I say this is a part of this is a dialogue I'm not supposed to be in. I'm not supposed to be a part of.
Unsolicited,
you know?
Dick pics. Those men are trash for those. Like, men are trash. Some of these men are trash. Like, they are terrible.
What I want to say, you know what I'm saying, from my perspective is men can be trash.
Yes.
But if you carry that mentality for so long, you'll overlook the ones that ain't trash.
This is true.
You know, you would do that. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And if you carry that into a relationship with a man that could be trash, but ain't quite trash, he'll eventually become trash because you're not, you know what I'm saying, allowing yourself to see him as anything other
Then trash.
than trash. You know? So like those dialogues are hard for me because, you know, internally, yes, I'm like, damn, not all guys. And like, damn, I'm not like that. But then I don't know if
Then you got motherfuckers that'll make shirts like black women are trash. That's a trash ass nigga.
But that's a really hurt dude. You know what I'm saying? That's like just
Trash.
a hurt dude. And it's a whole bunch of dudes that hurt like him that will support that shit. You know what I'm saying? Just because he butthurt about that shit. Because that's not really an issue for black men. That ain't a big issue for black men. That is a big issue for black women. You know, as it pertains to black men. It's a lot more men that treat women like shit than women out here that treat men like shit. Not saying that black women ain't, some black women ain't out here crazy, but like
these motherfucking bitches is
but
crazy.
let's be real about this shit. Like men as a whole done been treating women like shit for a long time.
Yep.
In the white community and in the black community, in their own ways, from their own vantage points.
Which is why the shirt said men, not a specific.
That's why I don't
race.
even like that. That's why the other shirt don't even fucking register to me because it's just one hurt ass dude.
But you know, it's other Bert and Ernie, butt hurt ass niggas that gonna buy the shirt. That's gonna support the shirt because they hurt too. But at what point is that not like you being hurt is not an excuse for you to go out here and be an asshole to people. It's just not, because at what point are you going? It's not only until you take responsibility for your own emotions that you able to address it. As long as you out here blaming black women, you just gonna continue to be an asshole.
But I'm looking at it from the perspective of which one is a realistic issue. Because he did that shit because he butt hurt, but it ain't like men experiencing that shit in bulk. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Women are the hopeful creature. They are the ones that try to fix the problems that men put out here. They trying to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But see, women, like the shirt she got on, that represents a lot of her experiences with men probably.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's how I'm looking at it. Like, I ain't looking at it like he is a butthurt asshole, but that shirt he made is all lives matter. That's all it is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. It's like a knee-jerk reaction to that shit right there. I mean, to be honest, that shirt, she shouldn't have that shirt either. That shirt shouldn't exist either. Like, you can believe men are trash without a overt attack on that shit.
That's true, but I probably would wear a shirt that said men are trash. Even though I don't believe all men are trash, obviously. What would it be better if it said some men are trash?
Well, I mean, from my perspective, like,
because some men are trash.
I don't believe in the extremes. I don't fuck with extremes like that. And I don't cast widespread nets of generalizations over groups. I don't do that myself personally.
So some men are trash. Would that be better?
No.
Why not?
I mean,
that's not a wide net and it's not an extreme. It's some men are trash. Some of them are trash.
Man, that's goes without saying. Some versions of everything is shit.
Most of the graphic shirts that you buy that say shit could go without saying. I mean, that's most shirts. Most of your shirts don't need to have shit on it.
Well, I'm not like, look, y'all can wear whatever you want as people. Wearing a shirt like this tells more about you than about anything else. It tells more about you than it tells about men. You know what I'm saying?
I've dated a lot of trash ass men. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. I ain't trying to invalidate your experiences, but you wearing a shirt like that tells a bigger story about you than it tells about me. Like, I will learn so much more about you and the decisions you've made than I will about men from that shirt.
I admit wholeheartedly that I've made some shit ass decisions, even some as of late.
So those kind of overt declarations and shit like that, like, I don't agree with none of them. It don't matter what it said. I would tell anybody if it said men are trash, if it said women are trash, if it said dogs are trash or cats are trash.
Now that if it said, well, not the cats, but dogs are trash. That's
what I'm saying. Like, any of those overt declarations of something that you don't like that will offend the mass level of people.
Dogs are.
I don't agree with none of that shit.
Cats are trash.
Cats ain't trash. They more effective at digging through the trash than dogs are, because a dog will knock over the whole damn trash can and chew up the fucking trash can instead of the trash.
Yeah, I'm glad I got a trash can with a lid on it. Cause Remy, big enough to like really get in there.
But like those overt declarations that are not playful, you know what I'm saying, like that, they seek to do harm in mass, you know. So I don't support really none of them kind of shirts like that. That shirt shouldn't exist, and it definitely shouldn't have been no butthurt ass man hurt over that shit. Like, be a man and take that shit if that's the case. Goddamn, come out here with no damn passive aggression.
I mean, I would have been okay if he had just made a women are trash, just in retaliate. But you gotta say black women specifically, like. It's hard being black. I
mean, when I look at her shirt, I just assume most of the men she don't fuck with are black men anyway.
Why?
Cause she black.
That don't mean shit.
It don't mean shit.
You know, it's some black women out here that like date other races exclusively.
Not many.
She might be one of them.
Look, white men don't really desire black women like that. You know,
they don't.
It's a lot of white men, as you say, that fetishize black women, and then it's a small group that don't really matter to them, and they do like black women and they do go after black, but it's a smaller group than anybody of white men that desire, because black women desire white men, that's a big group. Black men that desire white women, that's a big group. White women that desire black men, that's a big group. White men that desire black women, that is a very small group. Because white men have everything. They don't have to desire something that's black, that will get them ridiculed, that will make them, they don't have to.
But it's also more of a challenge. To get a black woman.
It'll take a fucking specific type of white man to want that kind of challenge. He gets everything he fucking wants.
But sometimes you want a challenge.
But the thing is, that white man it's a number of black women that white man can have. If he just half decent. To be honest. It's a lot of black women out here talking about I try a white man, but I always date black dudes. Because that small population of white men ain't easy to find.
No. I mean, I didn't get approached by white men until I went natural. And I guess that's that fetishizing shit, though. Like, now I have them coming out of my ears. But before, I had no experiences with white men pursuing me at all.
Yeah.
I get on POF. I get a ton. Most of the time, it be old white men, but
old ass white men.
Yes, which is disturbing and weird.
So, did you go to prom? Junior and senior?
No, just senior year. Well, I went when I was a sophomore because my boyfriend was a senior, and then I didn't go junior year, and then I went my senior year.
I didn't go my junior or senior year. I went with my girlfriend. When I was a freshman in college, though. She was in high school.
The fuck? You wait till you get out of college. I mean, out of high school, that experience.
That's because I had a girlfriend that wanted me to go. I did not want to go to that stupid ass shit.
Yeah, well, no, it was correct.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
and the way these kids doing this shit now, they like acting like they going to the motherfucking Grammys or some shit. Like, it's way too much. So, future daughter. Your mom ain't with that. We not doing all of this bullshit.
Your daughter ain't gonna do that shit because they ain't gonna be all extravagant and shit.
No, they're not.
Like that. You know what I'm saying?
My daughter would definitely not be extravagant.
Like, you got dramatic parents when kids doing that shit.
Yeah.
You know, and the thing is, we just see it in mass now. Like, social media is just the Sam's Club of bullshit.
That's all it is. Whole party, like, with red carpets and shit, and I'm like, it's too much.
But that ain't everybody.
My mama was at the house. My cousin came. I got dressed. And I went to fucking prom.
But and social media is giving us the illusion that this shit happen all the time. This is one. We've seen probably 20 instances of that shit. If we look on YouTube, we probably see 100 instances.
Yeah.
But shit, that's one person from each goddamn county in a state. You know what I'm saying? It ain't every teenager ain't doing this shit.
Even
it's the extravagant ass ones that's posting it on Facebook, and we seeing that shit, and we be like, "What's this epidemic?" Like we looking at everything like that. Oh, this shit happening way more than it happened in my childhood. No, the dude was talking about this about suicide today. You know, suicides happen way more today. No, the rates have been constant since the '60s of suicide. We just get to see that shit in mass because of social media.
I feel like I don't know. I don't think when I went to prom, there was nobody that was like these kids are.
Yeah, it ain't. I mean, the generation is definitely different. But if we think that this shit is happening way like more than we think it is, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think people think that all the kids do this shit at a school. You know what I'm saying?
My daughter won't.
It's just
my son won't. You don't sit your ass down and put this suit on that we had to pay for.
shit. My son ain't going to
the
the prom with no damn girl that would be doing all that bullshit. I'm gonna be like, son, does she want you to do some like? Did she finna do like a release party or shit? First off, you ain't going if you going with her. Bottom line. I feel like, I mean, I want to be involved in my kids' life to the point that I'm seek out the parents or the people that they fuck with, so that I'll be able to gauge, you know what I'm saying, what's going on and understand what's going on in their life. That's something I try to get a lot of parents to do, because a lot of parents don't seek out other parents until their kids fucking up somehow. So I want to be like, what's your mama name? Where she live at? Where y'all live at? Y'all live on that side of town. God damn. You can't go to his house. He can come to our house. You can't go to his house. That shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, this story is about a racist ass daddy that found out his daughter went to prom. Now, he didn't
know she was going.
She don't live with him.
Oh, okay.
It's like,
fuck he killed him.
Because it's one of them situations where I don't really know my daughter, because I hadn't really raised her. Mm-hmm. I want a better relationship with her.
This ain't the
so
way.
it's like she's expendable. Yeah. I hate to say it like that, but this instance shows that this daughter was expendable to this daddy. So I'm gonna use full white racist country daddy voice and stereotypical white girl voice as much as I can to read these text messages and what was going on in this situation. So a white girl went to the prom with a black dude. Okay. And her daddy found out by seeing the pictures on Facebook. Okay. And this is the text message that ensued. We're done. I won't be coming to your graduation, nor will I pay for your college. Go live with the nigger. Well, I went to prom with a black guy, so that's a problem. Racist much? Yes, I am. You're dead to me.
Damn.
Okay. Don't ever contact me again. We are through. Go ahead and be a fucking whore. Leave me out of it. Wow. I'm canceling your phone Monday. You can't do this. I'm done with you. Wow. I didn't do anything wrong. Shut the fuck up. You have no right to talk to me anymore. Go live with the fucking nigger. Your pictures are already off my walls. You can go to hell. What the fuck is wrong with you? Wow. I'm canceling your phone and your insurance. We are done. God you want to mingle with subhumans? I'll treat you accordingly.
God damn. Subhumans. Wow.
I know, right?
What the fuck?
So, it's going to be the last story because we run out of time, but this goes into my whole theory of racism.
See, that's why I don't want my son dating no white girl. I just don't. And it is because I have an issue with white people, but I know it's a lot of fucking parents out there like this motherfucker. And I don't want to have to fuck nobody up over my kid because he out here calling this motherfucker subhuman and shit. I don't want to have to deal with that, especially down here in the South. I don't want that for his life. Like, I know you like Becky. She seems like a nice girl, but her daddy probably racist as fuck. Wow. That whole interchange. And he gonna cancel her insurance? Like, shit, nigga. Like, not just the phone. I don't give a fuck if you get sick, bitch. Like, wow. That's extreme.
I wonder if it was insurance. I mean, I was thinking car insurance for some reason. I don't think a daddy that would be that distant and do this would be paying for like health insurance. Well, that shit expensive.
I mean, if he get it through his job, it's
still it's fucking expensive.
It is more expensive than
I think that's car insurance. I think that's car insurance. I don't think it's health insurance.
It might be. Still, shit, she can't drive the car without
that's what I'm saying. Like, not only am I cutting you out of my life, but if you die, I don't care if it's some shit to pay for your funeral and injuries or not, bitch.
Oh, because first of all, calling her a whore, saying she can whore herself. She went to prom, my nigga. Like, seriously, God. So, because she went with somebody black, automatically she being a whore. Because he black. And obviously, he was fucking.
And that's why his racist ass didn't even know. Because she knew your ass was going to respond like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, this the only way you could legitimately learn this and her not being close to the situation.
Shit. That's tough.
I mean, her mom was like, are you going to tell your dad? No, Mom. You know Dad is racist. You know he's going to call him a nigger. And you know he's going to cut me off. No, I'm not telling him. You know he gonna find out if you post those pictures on Facebook. That doesn't have Facebook, Mom. That's when teens get into that irresponsible, I wasn't expecting this shit to happen shit.
Yep.
Now look at you. Now look at you.
That is so crazy. Like, god damn.
But I gotta talk
she
about,
went to prom.
I gotta talk about my theory of racism. So, and this might be a theory, it might already exist, but in our society, we got a shitload of white people who are out here acting like racism ain't shit. You know, racism ain't nothing. You know, it's you're overreacting. But the thing is, them same white people trying to convince us that racism is over. The problem is they talk to people like this every day. They know that people like this exist. I think that when they hear shit like that, like moderately racist white people and non-racist white people, I think they hear that shit so much from other white people that when racist shit happen to black people, they just be like, oh, ain't no big deal. But you got to understand, we're being told that shit don't exist no more. You know what I'm saying? And we're hoping that motherfuckers can at least get they act together and not communicate that shit to black people. But so when we experience it, we're taken aback. We're surprised.
Can you imagine how he must treat the black people in his life? Like, as far as like work and shit? He walking around thinking that black people as a culture, as a race, they're subhuman. Can you imagine working with a motherfucker like that?
He don't work with black people.
He ain't got no choice. We everywhere.
Oh, yes, he do.
Where he work at that he ain't got to work with black folks?
Probably work for himself.
Okay.
Selling meth. Fishing. Shit that white people do in the country to try to make a living.
Oh,
Selling
shit.
wood.
That's why he ain't with her mama. That's why he is a distant dad.
If that was the case, then why mama even got a baby with this motherfucker? Like mama ain't in the clear.
No, I mean, yeah, she made the choice to lay down with old Bubba, but I don't know. You
just never know. Like, I feel
he
like
sound
white people
like somebody who will whoop your ass too. Like, he probably
like,
was beating on them. Look, he sound like fuck you. Who said that to their child? Like, damn.
Somebody with an expendable child. Somebody who been ready to sign the rights away and mama let him. I bet he paying child support. That's why this came about.
You still gotta pay child support though, motherfucker. So you still gotta pay
but
that.
now you ain't gotta pay it and go pick her up. You save gas.
She probably happy as fuck. Can you imagine what they visit was like?
He'll save $2,000 a year. Not paying her cell phone bill and her insurance. He gonna take that shit and go buy some more meth. Get his business cranked up. Turn it up a notch.
Oh shit, that is terrible. That's why I worry about my brother. My brother dates white girl, and it's not because I'm against. I don't give a fuck about who. If you find somebody that loves you and can put up with your shit, go for it. But I just know that with that come a lot of bullshit. Like with us, the white girl gonna have to deal with some racism because my dad, a racist as a motherfucker. He gonna treat her like shit probably. The good thing is we don't fuck with my dad like this, so she wouldn't have to interact with my dad that much. White girls are usually pretty close to their family, though. So you won't have to deal with her racist ass folks. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hate that. And that's why I wouldn't want my son or my daughter dating somebody white. Not because I'm against interracial, but because I know it's a lot of motherfuckers with racist ass parents. As open-minded as Becky or John may be, Bubba in the background racist as a motherfucker. Like, and you got to deal with Bubba now. No, I don't want that for your life, son. I just don't. It's more difficult than it has to be. Is Becky really worth this? Being called subhuman by
she might be
no teeth having ass meth.
See, when a black person date a white person, it's one of two things that happen. They either bring the black person into their privilege, or the black person bring the white person out of that shit. It's one of two things. Like,
they didn't disown you.
It could be good. Like, if you date a white girl and she got a cool ass family, y'all might inherit the family business one day.
Yeah.
You know?
Or they might disown her.
And if you have grandkids, if you have kids with it and your grandparents got grandkids now, they got to accept the mulattoes. It'll bring them a little bit closer to you, but they still hate your black ass because you got their daughter pregnant. But
With
That's
your
not
subhuman
what.
penis.
That ain't even what you should use for the measure of being with who the fuck you want to be
No,
with.
you should
If you
be.
want to be with somebody, be with them. And if they parents racist, then you can hire an assassin. Poison their ass. Not like an overt assassin. Not like motherfucker gonna stab him in the parking lot, nothing like that.
Don't listen to him. Don't y'all listen to him.
I'm just saying.
Don't do it.
That's an option.
Cause he not gonna come bail you out when you listen.
I ain't
to
even
him.
gonna know your ass. And I wouldn't do that shit. I'm just saying. If you're trying to find ways to be petty and potentially murderous, holla at Mr. On Point.
Don't do it. I'm telling you, man.
It is what it is. But that's all I got, though. You got anything else on your mind?
Do not.
All right. Well, until we come to the next conversation,
We out.
holla.